football game.
That's all.
No, I'm kidding.
I say everybody's still
Gentlemen, the 2017 Cookeville High School Marching Cavaliers dance team and cheerleaders, and hail to the Cavaliers.
I like it.
Well, we're just getting underway here at Cookeville. Sorry for all the technical difficulties. Should be up and running right now as we regather some of our electrical cords and try. It's a lot of traffic up here, kids. We're sorry about it. But we're back up and running, so that's the most important thing. We're broadcasting, so about 3 minutes and 49 seconds, and we'll be getting underway here at Cookeville High School.
And again, just to reiterate some things in case we had gone down earlier and you folks weren't able to pick up on it, especially early here for the start of this ball game on the Cookeville side of things. They're going to have to establish this running game again early. They did so last week against the Blackman Blaze and were able to continue pounding the rock all night. And if they're going to win this ball game, that's exactly what they're going to have to do. Take care of the football, continue to pound the rock, and be able to set the edge on defense as well. They've got Michael Scavo up the middle. I think they're going to be okay up the middle. Mookie Wilson, this may be one of the tougher games of the year for him, but outside linebacker Clay Massengale and some of those guys over on the outside for Cookeville, they're going to have to set the edge because Timmy Goodrich, Jerron Rooks, Justin Jefferson, those guys are not afraid to get that ball to the boundary and try to get into open field. For the Oakland Patriots to win this football game, it's going to come down to defense. We saw last week that Cookeville can put some points on the board. Blackman does not have – they're no slouch on defense. They put up 31 points on the Blackman Blaze. They take care of the football. They can run. They can throw. So what Oakland's going to have to do is they're going to have to wreak havoc. They're going to have to get into that backfield. Guys like Blake Spencer, Christian Cantrell, those guys up front, they're going to have to set the precedent. Just like last week, that Blackman defensive line, they had a tough time. The whole front seven really just had a tough time. They're going to have to try to force Cookeville to throw the football tonight.
Absolutely. Captains are gathering together. Let's get on with the program. For Cookeville, that's number 18, Ben Baugh, along with number 81, Dylan Sparks. Number 50, that's Will Dilhay, and number 7, Davin Dial. Anthony, I'll let you call off those Oakland guys.
Then on Oakland, from what we can see, I got 58 offensive lineman Branson Boone, 55 offensive lineman Thad Chapman, 78 defensive lineman Steven Turner, and we've got one more. It's 31. That's Blake Spencer, the defensive tackle. Teams get ready to come out of their respective tunnels here tonight. Cookeville kind of much like Michigan comes out. They run across that 50-yard line, then they make the turn at the 50, run through that Cookeville Cavalier banner.
Absolutely, absolutely. Sam, you got any scores for me?
Yes, Maryville has moved on now with a 21-0 lead.
Well, the Rebels. Here comes the Oakland Patriots, donned in the blue pants, the white jerseys.
On your feet and on your feet. Black Falcons yards.
Oakland Patriots, I believe, are going to get the football to start this one.
Well, Coach Creasy really doesn't care when he gets the ball. He just wants that ball, and he likes to keep away from other people.
Absolutely. They're a time of possession offense. The less that their defense is on the field, the more energized they are and ready to go. They're going to get you those 3 and outs.
And, Jimmy Maynard knows how to play a little keep away also.
We saw that last week, and it's really what it comes down to for Cookeville. They run that spread attack. They want to pound the rock. They want to play that physical type of football. Although if they have to throw, Cade Smith can get the job done, I believe. He's going to have a hard time. Jarquez Hicks, that receiver, we saw him make a big catch last week against Adonis Otey. Tonight going against Woody Washington, who's been offered by nearly the whole SEC. Just earlier this week, picked up an offer from the Florida Gators.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Friday Night Lights, Short Vision style, and we're ready to roll.
On the return, that's number 6, Justin Jefferson.
Jefferson on the return. First
And
and
he's
10
brought
for
down by
Kevin
number
Creasy's
22.
Oakland Patriots.
Jacob Libby. Starters on defense for the Cavaliers. Number 7, David Dial. Number 9, Glenmore Crabtree. Number 43, Sam Oldham. 22, Jacob Libby. Number 30, Clay Massengill. Number 15, Michael Scavo. Number 81, Dylan Sparks. Number 4, Jarquez Hicks. Number 3, David Giss. Number 32, Ben Loftus. And number 18, Ben Ball.
Creasy going to start with Timmy Goodrich, and he's going to line up underneath the center.
Jefferson on the outside right there. And we talked about early, just a couple minutes ago, this Cookeville defense, they're really going to have to be good on the outside and set that edge. They're going to have to force Oakland to make a cut back inside. They can't let them out into open field. Brevin Linnell in the quarterback right now. Takes the snap and gives to Jerron Rooks. Rooks around the edge, and he's going to get first down yardage out to about the 35-yard line. This Oakland Patriot offense moves the sticks. Timmy Goodrich trotting back out there to play quarterback.
Alrighty, I'm back now. Just trying to monkey with that audio. I'm not real pleased with it, but we'll go with it. Goodrich is going to operate out of a shotgun. Fake to Jerron Rooks. Goodrich keeps it himself, coming around on the far bottom of the screen. Wrapped up quickly by that Cookeville defense. Number 15, Michael Scalvo, there on the stop. Big linebacker along with.
That was a busted play right there. I think they were trying to set up that read option. Snap was a little bit high, and Jerron Rooks gets up on top of Goodrich a little too quickly, and it forces Goodrich to have to tuck it and run himself.
Absolutely. Second down, 2nd and 7. Linnell looks across by Jerron Rooks. Stop made by number 38, Greg Watts.
And as you see right there, they like to bring in Linnell to throw the football, and he does a great job of that. They line Jerron Rooks out there in the slot, have him run a little hitch route, gets into open field, makes a good play.
Absolutely. So first and 10 now for, looks like Timmy Goodrich. Goodrich going to keep it himself along the right side. Almost up for a first down, almost to the 36-yard line. It's going to be close.
talk about setting that edge. What's so tough to set the edge against Oakland is they get out there so fast. As you see right there, they don't monkey around a lot in the backfield. He gets out there quick. Coach Maynard may have to start creeping those outside linebackers up to the line of scrimmage and sending pressure.
The back click into the offense.
Hands off to number 4, that's Mookie Wilson.
Mookie on the handoff, pickup of about 4 or 5 yards. Still leaving Timmy Goodrich in there. Goodrich, timeout on the field.
Had trouble with the formation right there. They didn't know if they wanted Woody Washington lined up split wide at receiver or down near the formation.
Middle Tennessee surgical specialist Ebenezer Akers, P.T. McCullough Sons and Rogers Group. Thank you for supporting the Cavaliers this season.
Timeout here on the field in Cookeville, 9:07.
Hopefully that audio's sounding a lot better to you
Yeah,
folks. It sounds more smooth on our end for
it's
sure.
smooth. I don't know what I did, but I did.
Whatever it did worked, and that's what matters.
We're back, gang. Sorry about all the complications. Let's call a football game. Let's get ready. Jefferson Goodrich hands off. Looks like to Mookie.
Number 4, Mookie Wilson.
That is Mookie, and talking about him earlier, we were saying maybe a tough game for him, but getting up to that second level is what's important on that little fullback belly dive right there. You pick an A-gap, and you're going to meet Michael Scavo, and Michael Scavo, you know, we call his name so much last week, but Mookie Wilson, a big fullback. He's not somebody that Scavo's probably had to deal with this year.
Ball now on the 24-yard line. Here we go. They got Brevin Linnell in there. Fakes that pitch, gets it to Jerron Rooks. Rooks looking for a seam up to the 15-yard line. It's going to be close on that first down.
55 right there, Thad Chapman. Just a simple down block, what you call a down block. It's first guy head up on you to the first guy inside. He doesn't have anybody head up on him. Him in the center, collapse down on the nose, creates a big hole, and Rook's able to get up in there.
Ball on the 16-yard line. Timmy Goodrich going to line up right up underneath the center. He's got Mookie in there at that fullback. Goodrich gets it himself, going toward the right side. He's tackled really quick by Michael Scavo, number 15.
And boy, right there, reactionary plays are what make and break a linebacker. If you can read what's going on quickly and get into that backfield and cause problems, then you're going to have a great night. That's exactly what Michael Scavo does right there. You can't get anything past this kid. He's able to read the play quickly and react.
3rd down and 3 now for the Patriots, and the ball's lined up just on the 17-yard line. Let's see what Kevin Creasy's pace. They give it to Jerron Rooks on that right side. Jerron Rooks looks like he's going to get the first down. Tackle listed at 66. That looks like a good number. He comes up off the bottom. Don't have a name for him on that Cookeville roster. But it's good enough for a first down. 1st and 10 now for Kevin Creasy's Oakland Patriots. That ball's marked on the 12-yard line. Clock continuing to work. We're scoreless here in the first. He's got Rooks in there. Goodrich operating now that shotgun. They let Jerron Rooks have it. Rooks ain't going to get much, but, you know, Creasy's going to continue to pound it, pick up of a couple.
Yeah, and that's a look right there that we haven't seen a whole lot from Oakland. They come out of that shotgun set right there. They've got two what you call butt sniffers up there off to the left. And really what that is to try to establish that inside ground game with Jerron Rooks. It just gives you another element to your offense that Cookeville has to game plan for.
We're in the red zone here in Cookeville. Linnell operating that Oakland offense. Pitch to Jerron Rooks on that right side. Going to get up to just about, what, 7-yard line?
7-8 yards, yeah. They're going to be a little bit closer to that first down. Thad Chapman again getting out in open field. Makes a good block right there on Michael Scavo. Otherwise, they get him in the backfield. Big third down right here for this Cookeville Cavalier defense, though. If they can hold them to 3 points after such a long drive, that'd be a big plus.
Absolutely. Kevin Creasy trying to score. He's got Mookie Wilson right behind. Timmy Goodrich, they let Jerron Rooks have it. Rooks working on that right side, trying to get slung to the ground by number 32, Ben Loftus.
Going to be about 2 yards short.
What do you do?
Well, the personnel they've got out there right now, looks like they're going to bring Linnell into the ball game. I think they're going to give it to Mookie Wilson right up the gut right here. You trust the big man to get you that 1.5 yards, 2 yards. May try to go with a hard count, try to get him to jump as well.
There's that familiar blacktop smell coming through here at Cookeville Stadium. We got that last week, one of the factories putting off some fumes. What do they do? Mookie
right up the gut and into the end zone. You trust the big man, and boy, when you get down there inside the goal line, they put him back there at the tailback. He's not lined up at fullback. Get another couple of yards back there. He gets a full head of steam going. It's a big man moving that fast. That's hard to bring down inside the 5.
We got a down guy on the field. It's real quiet right now.
30, Clay Massengale. He's an outside linebacker, and if he's not able to continue, that would be a big blow to this Cookeville defense. Hopefully the young man's all right.
Sam, you got some scores for us?
Loretto and Eagleville are early in the first quarter. Loretto has a 7-0 lead.
Yeah. Eagleville needs to win that one, don't they, Anthony?
They do. They're controlling their own destiny right now.
Blackman and Stewart's Creek have also gotten started, and Blackman's on the board with a touchdown, 7-0.
There you go. Thanks a lot, Sam. It's a pleasure to have Sam here with us for the first broadcast ever.
It is a big part of the broadcast you guys don't necessarily get to see, but behind the scenes, boy, it's great having him every week.
Appreciate helping out. Riverdale and Warren County have started, and Riverdale's up 7-0.
As they should be. I mean, Riverdale's a better team than Warren County on paper. I mean, they should do a better job and come out there with a win.
They absolutely. They head into Blackman with just the one loss as Massengale gets up, not able to put any pressure on that left leg right now.
Overton and Laverne have already started as well, and Overton's taken a 3-0 lead. Is that a surprise?
Not really. Laverne is just they've had such an unfortunate year, and yeah, you say the name Laverne. That's the tone of the voice when you say Laverne.
Well, I mean, it's just been ever since I moved here in '97. I mean, just about the time. How many games have you been in where it looks like okay, they're doing something down the right road to do something right on a Friday night, and then they implode themselves normally.
Oh, and it's first game of the year this year. They start out, they look like they're going to get their first win against the Smyrna Bulldogs since literally the year I was born, 1995. And Smyrna comes back, they kick a field goal.
Just take it away from them.
Absolutely implodes.
Smyrna's taken a 7-0 lead against Antioch.
That's the game you talked about on the way over, Anthony. You thought that would be a back and forth and go down to the last touchdown.
That's going to be a very much back and forth game there, and that's another one of those games you talk about how the Brackyard Brawl is going to decide whether or not they're going to get a home game in the playoffs. That's going to be the deciding factor in 5-6A.
Leonard's the snapper. Linnell's the holder. Sears is your kicker on this PAT. Boom. How many does that make, Anthony?
With that PAT right there, Aaron Sears continues his TSSAA state record for point after attempts made in a row. That was number 170.
Now, how would you,
170.
That's a lot of points.
That is a lot of points, and this is a kid that has been, you hate to use the word automatic because it's such a perfectionist type of word, but it's really the right word to use when you talk about Aaron Sears. He's
absolutely
very consistent, and Oakland knows when they get the ball down there close, having a kicker like that, we're going to get some sort of points.
Absolutely.
Garrett Taylor going to do the kickoffs.
And Garrett Taylor can kick.
Yeah,
he can kick it right back through that end zone. Let me tell you.
Last week we see Thomas Burks. You can kick it through the end zone every time. Garrett Taylor's been a guy that does just that as well.
Yeah, I don't see Cookeville being able to run anything back. And back deep, they've got David Gist, which he'll do a little bit of that running, along with Jarquez Hicks.
Yeah, David Gist played a big part in that win last week against Blackman. He's a kid that if he gets into open field, can do some damage. Short kick.
Gist got it up to about the 25, 26, 27. Still on his feet. He's going to get up to about the 32-yard line where he's slammed to the earth.
That's what we tell you. You got to be careful. If he gets into open field, he can make some stuff happen. He was one cut away from taking that thing to the house.
Runs with his head down and runs real low to the ground. That's what you like.
Absolutely. Very powerful type of runner. Not afraid of contact.
Well, we saw Jimmy Maynard's Cookeville Cavaliers last week. Kids, this is an offense that will just line up and run it right down your throat. I mean, they just do not care. If they need to pass, they will pass, but can do it successfully. Quarterback is number 6, Cade Smith. 6 foot, 190 pound, operating out of that shotgun. Gives off to Hicks up the middle, pickup of about 1. Quickly met by that Oakland defense. Looks like Cameron Goodrich was there on the stop, number 14.
And another guy that absolutely imploded that play was Blake Spencer. Watch him on the inside. Cookeville likes to run up the middle, and one of the best defensive tackles in the state.
They're going to operate out of the shotgun.
That was Scavo. Nothing there. So
now they're in a third down situation real quick.
This Oakland defense, that's exactly what they need to do. If they can shut down this running game, force Cookeville to throw the ball, that's when things get dicey. Cookeville does a good job of taking the ball, but your highest chance of getting a turnover is throwing the football, pick one off.
Cade Smith out of that shotgun from the 32-yard line, trips to the top of your screen. He's looking, pumps once. He's in trouble. He's going to get swallowed up.
It just wasn't there. They try to fake the screen and hit 18. That's Ben Ball on the go route. Nothing there.
Number 36, Aaron Moore was in there on the stop at that sophomore linebacker, and now Cookeville first to punt the ball. Kevin Creasy wants to get the ball, do just what he does. Use a lot of clock, grind it out. And, if you give them a big play, as Ty Nix always said, they're going to take it. But if not, they're just going to stick to their game plan.
Exactly.
Oh, special teams, punt blocked, going into the end zone. Who is it? That's number 3, Locklear. Locklear has had a couple of special teams. He's picked up on a couple of special team scores here this year.
Absolutely.
Second one. Locklear into the end zone, touchdown. Oakland, touchdown. Locklear.
Oakland on special teams, period, has really picked it up these last couple of weeks. And if you've got a special teams that can come in and score points like that, it causes a lot of problems, because that's a whole other thing that you've got to worry about if you're Cookeville. Very quickly here, we're already coming into the end of the first quarter. It's 14-0, and Cookeville's only ran 4 plays. They haven't barely had the ball yet.
And Creasy, known for studying a lot of film, you think he knew that Cookeville maybe is taking that extra second to get that ball off and tote these guys in the house?
Yeah, and last week we saw, the long snapper, takes him a little bit of time to get that ball back there. So you load the box, send pressure, things like that can happen.
Absolutely.
That's a good job of film study by that Oakland staff.
Leonard Linnell Sears. How many does that make again, Anthony?
That's 171 right there.
All righty. Sam, you got some scores for us?
Yes. Blackman's jumped out on Stewart's Creek 9-0.
Well,
that's defense right there. They get them safety because it was just 7-0.
Bad taste in their mouth. They want to get it back out. They need that win. Then they need to beat Riverdale next week in order at least to get a couple of games at home.
Yeah, it's going to be extremely important for them. And then on the flip side of the coin, it is for Stewart's Creek as well. They're trying to fight just to get into the playoffs right now, let alone get a home game. So Stewart Creek fighting hard in that one, but Blackman, just like you said, both of these next two games are must-wins for them in order to be able to get a home game. I don't think they do.
Coffee County now 7-0 over Siegel.
You know what? Coffee County can beat Siegel.
Alante Taylor, one of the most electric players in this region that nobody really – they don't see him as much.
Well, he hadn't been on Stork Vision, I think, but once.
No, he just got offered by Florida this past week as well. He's an electric kid. And Coffee County, they're a team that if they could just develop some depth, they could do some damage.
Absolutely. Garrett Taylor set to kick off from the 40. No, I'm going to take it at the 20.
Blackman's already scored again, boys. It's now 16-0.
Quick start, that's exactly what you need. Put your foot on the gas and don't let off.
All righty, we'll see what Jimmy Maynard does. So now that the quick score, you tell your players they got to settle down. They need to put, do what you did last week. Try to grind the football, keep away from Kevin Creasy's Oakland Patriots, and just go right down the field, getting that 2, 3, 4 yards wherever you can, and running it right up that middle. Run it up that middle.
Exactly. Not quite time to try anything exotic just yet.
No. Brings Gist up beside the quarterback, and that's who they give it to. David Gist.
Hands off to number 3. Gist.
Not much there. In fact, he got a loss. That's going to make it about 2nd and 12 for Jimmy Maynard's Cavaliers.
Tecoy Randolph in there on the stop, that defensive end. He's a junior. He's a kid that's extremely, extremely fast off that edge. It poses a big problem for offensive tackles that are bigger.
Smith, the quarterback, operating out of that shotgun. Gist is to his right. He sends him in motion, fakes that pitch, goes right up the middle, Cade Smith. And he will run it from time to time. He picks up about 4 yards. It's going to end up making it about 3rd and 9. They're going to have to go to a level 2 pass in order to get something going. Let's call it 3rd and 8. Clock continues to work, and it's on the 22-yard line.
Yeah, Cade Smith is a guy that, like we said, I think that run right there put him at 700 yards even on the season. So he's a guy that can tuck it and run when needed.
Appreciate that stats that we were given by the Cookeville staff. They dropped those off. Scavo floating out to that left. Ooh, tried to dump pass, no good.
Yeah, they try to set up the tight end screen to Davin Dial right there. Not too bad of a play call right there, because if you can sneak it in there, Oakland's been bringing a lot of pressure. Just wasn't able to get a good pass off, and they're going to have to punt the football away again.
Kevin Creasy scores here. Cookeville's going to be in a lot of trouble, Anthony, very quickly.
Yeah, they're going to, right here on defense, you're going to have to get a stop right here. Try not to let Oakland get any more points. They've got everybody up on the line of scrimmage again right here, getting ready to come after this football.
The punter is number 10, Jacob Anderson.
And it's going to roll out of bounds just about at the 25-yard line.
That's what they needed right there. As you saw, they changed it up a little bit. They put 2 up backs back there to protect the punter on his right side, the side that Jacob Anderson kicks with, and then they roll him out to do that rugby-style kick, and it gave him just the extra amount of time that he needed to get that punt off.
Woody Washington was dropped back deep, did not get to return it. Guy's got more offers right now in Rutherford County than anybody. I mean, he's got them from everybody. Ohio State, Clemson, Alabama, you name it. He's
And
got.
the cool thing is he's done it all this year too. Nobody really knew about him until this season.
Nope. Goodrich keeps it himself.
Scavo in there again.
Got some scores for me?
Yes, Bradley Central is pulling away from William Blunt. They're now in the second quarter, but they're up 28-0.
It has a chance. It has all the makings for a running clock.
And Smyrna's now up 18-0.
18-0. It's a good start for Matt Williams and the Bulldogs.
Brevin Linnell is the quarterback now for the Oakland Patriots. He'll operate up underneath that center. That's Jefferson. Jefferson up to the 40, to the 35, still moving his feet. He's up to the 49-yard line and moves it into Cookeville territory. What a beautiful run by Jefferson.
Able to keep his legs churning right there, break a couple of tackles, tack on another 7-8 yards on that run. And Oakland has done, all these ball carriers for Oakland have done a very good job of making guys miss. Cookeville's had a lot of missed tackles here tonight, and they're going to have to clean that up quick.
They moved the box and dragged the change, reset it to 1. Now Timmy Goodrich will operate that offense. He lines up underneath the center. They bring Randolph down here, but they hand it to Jerron Rooks going up to the top of the screen. Rooks, and maybe pick up of a couple. Quickly wrapped up by number 81, and that is Dylan Sparks.
And as you see right here on the Cookeville side of the ball on defense, they started to switch things up a little bit, going from that traditional 4-3 front to a 3-4, bring 2 outside linebackers up to the edges to try to prevent Oakland from being able to get out there and into the open field.
2nd and 7, second and short 8, long 7. Either way, Brevin Linnell's operating as a quarterback. And they give it to number 20. That is Cameron Snelling.
Met quickly by Scavo, and
he ain't scared to stick it.
It's just when Jimmy Maynard's forced to bring these guys to the outside, it's got to be so comforting to know that you've got a guy right there up the middle that can take care of things almost by himself.
That'll be the last play of this quarter. They're going to get out of it, as you can see in your left-hand corner. But Oakland's on top, 14-0 here at Ed Watson Stadium. Got some scores for me, Mr. Montgomery?
Yes, I need my eyes checked on that last score I gave you. That's really 13-0 with 2:09 left in the first quarter, not 18. And then Warren County has now gotten on the board, and they're tied with Riverdale still in the first quarter.
Well, you're 55. Your age is showing, so, I mean.
No, we can give him a pass on that one. You put another 3 and stick them together, it looks like an 8.
There you go. I'm telling you, without our closed-circuit TV, we'd be in trouble here.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
So we've had to call one raw without anything.
And it's hard seeing from up here, yeah.
Siegel 8, Coffee County 7 in the first quarter.
Siegel went for 2, trying to get a little bit of a leg up, and they're fighting for their playoff lives right now. They'd have to have quite a bit happen. Certainly Blackman would have to lose out. They will have to win out. And even then, I believe they would still need possibly Riverdale to lose one of these final 2 games as well for them to be able to get into the playoffs. We'll flip things around.
Quick score with Eagleville 21, Loretto 7.
Gotcha. Give it to Mookie Wilson.
On that left side, Mookie going to get up and get that first down. About 6 yards.
Patience that the fullback shows right there. You don't see that a whole lot out of a big fullback like that. Normally they just hit the hole, put their head down, and try to barrel ahead, but he looks up, notices he doesn't have a lane right there, and is able to bounce it off to the left side, find some more breathing room and make something out of that one.
1st and 10 from the Cook Vegas 35. Linnell going to operate up underneath the center. And they give it to number 20. That's Snelling on that left side. He picks up a couple. And that's all Coach Creasy wants, 2-3 yards. And then, like we said, if you give him that big play, he's going to take it from you.
We've said it many times as well before. You just nickel and dime and nickel and dime. And
lulls you to sleep.
Cookeville's hardly had the ball here tonight, and they're down by 2 scores right now. If Oakland's able to put any sort of points on the board right now, it makes it 3 scores, puts you in a real bad spot.
Ball on the 33. That's Timmy Goodrich operating out of the shotgun. Brings Rooks up to that right side. And he keeps it himself. Pulls it from the belly of Rooks. Timmy Goodrich with good vision gets a first down. Brings it up to about the 19-yard line.
Tackle made by number 22, Jacob Libby.
Tackle made by number 22. That's Libby, Jacob Libby. The senior, 5'11", buck 85.
It's that simple read option. They tried to run that earlier, and it went for a busted play. A good snap this time. He's able to recognize, all right, this defensive end squeezing, so I'm going to keep it myself and make something happen.
We go back to Linnell. He's got Rooks right behind him. And we pitch it to Jerron Rooks on this right side. Rooks running straight up. He ain't going to get much. Quickly wrapped up. That play will come to a quick stop.
Got our first flag of the night.
Met by number 38, Greg Watts, the junior, 6'2", 190. What do you think it is? Is it holding?
Might be a little bit of a hold out there, yeah.
It's shaping up to look like that, isn't it? That'll be a 10-yard foul from that spot of that flag.
Head referee Ron Goodner.
Well, Rod Goodner has called several games for us this year.
Yes, he has.
And we've had no problems out of Rod Goodner, and that is going to be against Oakland Patriots.
It's an ineligible
man downfield. So a lineman must have took off.
Yep.
The call is illegal participation.
But it was a run play. Is that illegal participation?
Yeah, he puts his hands behind his head again. Illegal participation right there. Not really sure where that came from.
Exactly. Either way, we're back into it. Let's see. It's going to be second down. What'd you say, 2nd and 20?
See what they got up there. Oh, it's got to be at least
22.
20, possibly 25 yards. It's a long way. Got to get it down to the 2nd and 23, the official.
Timmy Goodrich operating out of that shotgun. Little swing pass to Ron Rooks on that left side. Rooks. Oh, ball squirts out. Somebody's on it.
I think Cookeville's got it.
Cookeville's got it.
A very, very opportunistic tackle right there. They noticed Jerron Rooks carrying that football away from his body. You come up from behind, you punch that thing, it's going to go flying, just like you saw. And Cookeville really, really needed to come up with a big stop right there, and they get it.
And staying disciplined like that. Those are the things. Not getting, try to cause a turnover.
Don't get rattled. Yeah, they're moving the ball on us, but it's a good football team, and we are too. We can make stuff happen, and they do right there. And they've got a chance to try to cut this lead in half.
Well, they got Scavo in there. Cade Smith. Cade looking downfield, trying to pass, swings it to Scavo. Scavo up to the 20. Up to about the 23-yard line, pushed out of bounds by number 14. Goodrich and Locklear.
And boy, just to see the poise of Cade Smith on that play, to see a high school quarterback doing that. He reads and goes through his cannot talk today, excuse me, folks. Goes through his progression. Receiver 1 not open, receiver 2 not open. Check down to the running back. A good play right there.
Well, he's going to operate out of that shotgun. It goes right back to Michael Scavo, up to the 30, up to the 35, up to the 37-yard line. Scavo just carrying it. Tackle made by number 14. That's Cameron Goodrich.
Stork, I don't know about you, but I love watching guys run the ball like that. It gives me goosebumps when you see a big old boy carrying the football like that. Got a man down for Oakland. That's number 9, Tacoy Randolph. Seems to be holding one of his, it looked like, yeah, I was going to say it looked like something on his left side. Maybe his right ankle. Hopefully he's all right.
Aaron Moore down there beside him, number 36, concerned about his teammate. He must be in some pain. Football is a painful game.
Looks like they're working on that right ankle.
Got some scores for me?
We got Alcoa versus Gatlinburg Pittman. They're in the second quarter. It's 42-0.
Gary Rankin, 400-plus wins. He's going to get up. That's what we like to see. Gives me an opportunity while he's coming off the field to talk about my sponsor. You know, when it comes to buying and selling real estate, there's only one place to go. That would be John Jones Real Estate. He has an amazing team. Let me tell you what you get. Number one, you get a guy that's done over 4,500 transactions. Number two, you get a team of specialists surrounding to ensure every detail is covered to make sure the process is stress and easy-free. Number three, you receive many added value services at no additional cost, including a free truck. Let's just put it this way. You need a home, you're in Rutherford County, let's go with John Jones Real Estate. Now back here at Cookeville, Cade Smith is a quarterback. He tried to fake it to Gist, and now Cade Smith comes right up that middle up to about the 45-yard line.
And the momentum, you can feel it swing, and momentum's such a big thing in football. And that little turnover that they were able to cause, now they're able to start putting something together here.
Locklayer in there on that stop. 9:30 left to go, as you kids can see in that top left-hand corner. Running play, so that clock continues to work here in Cookeville. You know, you'll watch this quarterback, Cade Smith. He will not operate up underneath the center. He's usually in a shotgun. Gist is the ball carrier. I like number 6, Justin Jefferson, in there on that stop, along with number 68, Jalen Willard, the sophomore.
Jalen Willard.
We're going to have us a 3rd and short right here. Third down, 1.
What do you want to do?
I'd give it to big old Michael Scavo and go right up the gut with it if it's me.
And just let your lineman push.
Absolutely. I only need 1 yard. I expect that my offensive line and Michael Scavo can get me that.
I like that play calling. Let's see what they do. Cade Smith is a quarterback. He's going to run it himself. I don't know if that was a good formula.
I think they got it, though.
Did he get it?
I believe he got it. Looks like they're going to put him right at about the 50-yard line. They do get it.
Locklayer in there on the stop, number 3.
Now, that's something I was going to say. Back of my mind, that's the second thing that I probably would have done if I don't go up the gut, because Oakland is expecting that ball to come up the gut. So you fake it to Scavo and then take the quarterback, Cade Smith, off the edge. He did a lot of that last week, and they had really good success with it.
They dragged the chains. They moved the box, and we got a fresh set of 4 for Cade Smith here in Cookeville. Scavo's to the right of him. Fakes that handoff. Cade Smith looking downfield. He tried to go to Gist, and it just wasn't there. Number 14 on the defense, and that's Cameron Goodrich.
Yeah, and they flush him out of the pocket right there. They bring pressure off that backside. He's not able to set his feet and make that throw. If he is, as you guys had probably saw, he had to jump and let go of that football, and he's just not able to get off a good pass, just a little bit low. So just shows you how important pressure on the quarterback is.
Second down now for Cookeville. They need points bad. Scavo's back behind Cade Smith, and he lets him have it right up the middle. Up to the 45. So now you're back in that 3rd down situation, 3rd and 5, 6 yards.
Yeah, you cut it in half right there. Yeah, now I think what you really got to do is you got to get some receivers out there, maybe put Davin Dial out there, split him out from that tight end spot, spread Oakland out. You're going to have to put this thing in there.
Yet to see Jarquez Hicks. They jumped off sides.
They might get a first down right here. It's 3rd and 5.
Yep.
It's a 5-yard penalty.
Can't do that. Penalties and turnovers, those are coaches' responsibilities.
And it's hard. You got to stay disciplined. If that's a team, Cookeville, a team that they're going to go right now, snap the football. They go on 1 every time.
Can't do that in playoffs, man. That'll hurt you so bad. Those crucial plays, jumping off sides.
Going to be 3rd and about an inch or 2, looks like still.
Still operating out of the shotgun. Will he get up underneath that center?
Doesn't look like he is.
No. I'm telling you, he's
either going up the middle to Scavo or off the edge with Smith.
Michael Scavo
He got it.
Fresh set of 4. They're going to move the chains. It's going to be marked just at the 38-yard line.
It's hard-nosed football right there. It's a dying art in the game today. We've got all these coaches that spread the football out. They try to throw the football, but we've got 2 teams here tonight that are not afraid to run the football, pound it up the gut.
Aaron Moore was in there on that stop, on that last play, number 36. Cade Smith out of that shotgun. Fakes it to Scavo. He's on the run. Ooh, he was in trouble. He got popped back there.
That was Ted Coy Randolph getting back there again, so it's good to see him back in the ball game. Ankle must not be bothering him too bad.
Well, you got to come away with some points right here, Anthony. If you're Jimmy Maynard's squad, I mean, it would be a huge letdown to move the ball just a little bit, try to get into a rhythm, and then not get a few points out of it.
Well, I'm sure we're coming up on 10-plus plays into this drive already, and just like you said, if you put together a drive like this, you've got to come away with points, or it could swing the momentum back in Oakland's favor.
Gist, he gives it to him up the middle.
He's flipped up by number 9, T.Coy Randolph.
Now it's going to bring up another 3rd down situation, so they're back with, they're not keeping the sticks in front of them very well.
This is a situation where they may run the ball again, though, as well. You got the ball on the 36-yard line. Too long to kick a field goal, but it's too short to punt at the same time, so you try to pick up a couple yards here at least to try to see what you got to work with on 4th down.
Absolutely.
Got trips up to the top of your screen.
He's got Davin Dial in on that tight end, that big number 7.
You're going to have to burn a timeout here.
Yeah. Pay attention, number 7. He's 6'4", kids. 6'4", 240. That's a nice-looking young man. You got some scores for me?
Yeah, on the John Jones scoreboard update, I've got Siegel 14 and Coffee County is 7, and they're still in the first quarter.
Well, Coffee County.
Yeah, and boy, if you're Coffee County right now, wouldn't that be great to play spoiler to Siegel? Your season's over with, yes, but it's a feel-good win if you're able to get in there and knock a region opponent out of the playoffs.
Take a playoff berth away from them.
Exactly.
That's all you want to do. Take away from them.
Riverdale's now back up on top of Warren County, 14-7. They're in the second quarter.
Plenty of time for Jimmy Maynard's Cookeville Cavaliers. 6:31 left to go here in the first half. What do you want to do on this 3rd down? You're going to have to go to a level 2 pass, Coach. Fakes it, goes right up the middle. Cade Smith. He's going to be close to the 1st down. On a quarterback keeper up to about the 29-yard line. It'll be 4 down territory.
Yeah, that's a good play call right there by Jimmy Maynard, because like you said, it's 3rd and long, so most teams, they would throw the football. But here in 4 down territory, if you're able to get that defense to freeze for a second and bite and think pass, pick you up a couple of downs, now you got yourself a manageable 4th and 1.
So they're going to go for it on 4th down. 5:58 left to go here in the first half. Here we go. Cade Smith out of that shotgun. Long cadence. He keeps it himself. Cade Smith going to get the 1st down up to about the 23-yard line. Number 2 was there on the stop. No, let's go with Locklear. Excuse me. Number 3, Locklear.
That Oakland defense starting to get a little tired down there right now. They've been on the field for quite a bit of time. You see some guys with hands on their hips down there. They got to really buckle down, which we've seen quite a bit from them. They're able to come up with a big play.
Cade Smith from the 23.5 gives it to Gist. Not much there. Quickly wrapped up as he approaches that line of scrimmage. Let's go with number 6, Justin Jefferson.
And Coach Creasy here sending a lot of pressure. They're in this situation. They're like, all right, they've been running the ball down our throats. Let's put 8 men in the box. We're going to blitz. We're going to force them to try to throw the football here. Not really a whole lot that David Gist could do there.
Still yet to use number 4, Jarquez Hicks. He's down here by us.
Matched up with Washington.
We saw him do some damage last week. Two-step drop from Cade Smith. He's on a roll. He's looking downfield. He's got number 18. Ooh, he was a little rich on that. The intended receiver was Ben Ball, number 18.
Ball was able to get up over the top right there. Oakland sending pressure again. And on these passing downs that Cookeville's been forced to try to throw the football, these passes that Cade Smith has tried to let go, he's been almost getting hit or getting hit as he lets go of the ball, and it's thrown off their timing of these Cookeville receivers and the quarterback quite a bit.
Smith and Gist are back there. Gist to the right. Fakes it to Gist. Across the middle. Number 7, Davin Dial.
It's going to be close.
Just said it a while ago. The 6'4 senior, 240. It's going to be close for that first down.
They do give it to him. Rod Goodner pointing towards the end zone. Cookeville putting together quite the drive right here.
Ball on the 14. Bunch of seniors on this Cookeville team. They'd like to get this win, and, you know, that would be a heck of a story for their senior year. Beat Blackman one weekend, turn around and beat Oakland the next.
Absolutely. That would be record, not record-breaking, but
a memory.
Talk about that in the history books for a long time.
Scavo. Up to about the 12. It's going to be second down. Let's call it second
down again.
Got some scores for me, Sam?
I did check on our Yankees at Houston, and after 2 innings, there's still no score.
Ooh. Painful.
Will be made for the Americans.
Like to see the Yankees.
Last night.
Yeah, I'd love to see the Yankees put that.
What did he went 5 innings, gave up just 1 hit and 1 earned was all it was, I believe.
They said Cecil Joyce had reported that on that Siegel they have 16 because they went for 2 points on both of them, and Coffee County just fumbled it. So it's 16-7 in the second quarter.
That's a different type of approach, going for it like that.
Some of these teams, you got a problem in the kicking game, kind of forced to.
Yeah. Who do we got down, Anthony?
It looked like 21. Christian Cantrell, the defensive end. That's 23, excuse me.
Brian Conrad.
22.
22. Well, you get
32.
Right.
32. 32 Navash Daily. Sorry about that, folks. Like we said, it's kind of hard to see sometimes.
We'll forgive you just this once.
Hopefully Daly all right. Coming back to a 2nd and 7. Got just over 4 minutes left here in this first half. 14-0 Oakland Patriots.
It's going to keep running the ball. Cade Smith fakes it. Goes right up the middle. Not much there. He may have picked up a couple. Have to wait for the mark. Ball may be about on the 11, 12-yard line. They're going to give him forward progression and put it just about at the 11 and a half. Third down, 3rd and 7.
Got to get at least a couple of yards right here for Jarrett Talbot, the left-footed kicker, to be able to get him at least 3 points out of this drive. Be a big stop here for Oakland if they can keep him out of the end zone on such a long drive.
Well, we talked about it last week. And right now, you got to be getting 6. You can't be getting 3. You're heading into playoffs. Flips it to David Gist. Gist, you said it, just needed to get 3-4 yards. Now it's going to be 4th and 3.
See what the call is here. I don't know. I'm not sure if Talbot can kick from here. From the spot, it would be about it'd be just short of, it'd be about a 25-yarder. I don't know if he can kick that, though. Looks like they're going to go for it.
4th and a long 3. I look for Cade Smith to take it himself. He's taken it a couple of times. Just his tendency, Anthony, he wants the football himself, kind of like a Larry Bird. Let's see what happens. Cade Smith keeps it himself. What did I tell you? He's going in the end zone. Touchdown. Cade Smith, touchdown at Cookeville.
Initially looked like he was going to throw the football, but notice, hey, I got a little bit of breathing room right here. You take it off the edge. makes something happen with his legs. And heck of a drive right there. They take over 8 minutes off the clock, saw the lead in half right before halftime. And they're going to get the ball back after halftime as well. But now we're going to see Oakland throwing the football, try to get that 2-possession game back.
Beautiful crowd here tonight at Jelly Watson Stadium. PAT attempt in order, the left-handed kicker. Boom. You was worried about him kicking it, Coach.
Yeah,
Busted it through the back
good
of the end
extra
zone.
point right there.
That left-handed kicker's got a foot. 14-7. Still Oakland on top. Let's go to Sam for some scores.
All right, we have Riverdale now up 20-7 in the second quarter over Warren County.
Warriors taking care of business out in. Did you say that game was at Warren County, correct?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Over in McMinnville.
That's a long way from here.
It is.
On some windy old roads.
That
You just
is.
can't get there from here. It's
No.
like going to Martin.
Yeah, that's one of those drives that it doesn't look that far on the map, but
Yeah.
it's like, oh my gosh, am I ever going to get there?
You got to go to Jackson, and then you go about 30 miles an hour from Jackson for
Yes.
about an hour and 20 minutes through those little bitty towns, and everybody's just waiting to give you a ticket.
Warren County's a beautiful place to play football, though.
Is it?
That stadium's in a little bit of a, I guess what you'd call a little miniature valley. It's a sight to see, that's for sure.
The Blackman Blaze are now up 23-0 in the second quarter.
Cookeville with a little spark right now.
Talbot pick it up, and to receive the kickoff, number 6, Justin Jefferson, number 15.
Jared
Juwan
Talbot
Wilson.
is the kicker, 5'7", $150. His left foot goes into it, whistles blow. They're going to get him for offsides, aren't they?
I think so.
Yep. Got him for offsides. That'll back it up 5. They'll re-kick it, so that'll be at the 35-yard line.
The Siegel game's gotten a little interesting now. It's 16-14 in the second quarter, with
That
Siegel on top.
surprise me. Cookeville band down
Having
there
to
warming
back up these 5 yards, that's probably going to give. Who is that back there? It's
That's number 31.
15. We
Jared
got 15,
Talbot.
15, and Jerron Rooks back there. This extra 5 yards, they have to move the football back. It's probably going to give them a chance to return it.
Yeah.
And if I'm Oakland here, if I'm Coach Creasy as well, in a game like this, I think they'll be aggressive. They can be an aggressive football team.
Oh, Coach Creasy's going to try to score. He likes that 2 minutes and
Absolutely.
35 seconds. He's going to try to.
He's got
this
2
is
timeouts
practice.
to work with. Throw Brevin Linnell out there. I think that they're very much going to try and throw the football, get that 2-possession lead back.
He's going to run his 2-minute drill. That's what he's going to do.
Exactly.
Oh, nice move. Look at here. Up to
There
the
goes
50.
Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson up to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, up to the 25.
That extra 5 yards, having to kick the football off again, makes a big difference. And that's the number one thing that you can't let happen if you're Cookeville. You can't give up a big return and give Oakland good field position and start this drive.
Jefferson on the return. What beautiful vision as he moved and kept the ball in the middle of the field. You want to run to the middle of the field.
If that's where everybody's set up, that's exactly what you want to try to do. Gives you options. Everybody stays in their lanes, picks up their blocks. It's a good job by Jefferson.
Timmy Goodrich operates out of the shotgun. He keeps it himself and brings it to this right side, up to the 20, up to the 15, up to the 11. Tackle made by number 32, Ben Loftus.
And quickly here, yeah, that field position makes such a big difference in a football game like this. Because if they don't have that penalty, Oakland has to start this drive from back on the 20-yard line. Now they're very much so in position to not only tack on 3, but very much so get 7.
Goodrich from the shotgun. Keeps it himself around that left side, looking for some blockers. He stumbled. He was stumbling. He didn't look like he had his balance as he was running. His bearings wasn't right as he went around on that left side.
Yeah, they do. They try to set it up out there. It's just a design quarterback keeper, but
he got his body. His body got ahead of him.
Exactly. He got a little too head over heels.
They bring Brevin Linnell in, number 2. Rooks is lined up in that right slot. Jefferson down here by us, along with Woody Washington. Washington and Jefferson, he's looking for one of them. Linnell, what's he doing? Cuts back across the middle, keeps it himself.
I think he got in the end zone. Oh, they mark him at the goal line. It was close.
Wow, what a beautiful keeper. His 2 receivers were covered up. He cuts back and goes up through the middle and finds a seam and just seems to be able to get it almost into the end zone.
That improvisation job there by Brevin Linnell, very impressive. He was able to roll out to the right, nobody there. He's able to pick up an extra block or 2. Makes a good play, and they get it down, right down to the 1-yard line.
They pull him, and they run with Timmy Goodrich. And give it to Jerron Rooks. Jerron Rooks just walks right into the end zone. Touchdown Rooks, touchdown Oakland Patriots. So didn't take long for Kevin Creasy to put a 14-point.
Not at all.
Keep it at 14 points.
Fixing to be here in the first half. What's really been the difference maker for the Oakland Patriots? Their play on special teams. They get a touchdown from a blocked punt. This touchdown is set up by a long kick return. That's, you take both of those away. We got a tie ball game right now.
Leonard, Linnell, Sears. And how many does that make again?
172.
So, like I said, that's going to make it a 14-point deficit between Jimmy Maynard and getting closer to trying to get a big win over the Oakland Patriots.
On the plus side of things right now, though, is you're going to get the ball back after halftime. You know what kind of adjustments you need to make. Last week we saw it was a very tightly contested first half, and the adjustments, I don't know what exactly Jimmy Maynard said, but the adjustments that he was able to make, they turned on the afterburners in that second half, and they didn't look back.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Beautiful night here at Watson Stadium, and I've got some scores from my brother. Sam, take it away.
Yes, Smyrna's now pulling away from Antioch. They're now up 21-0.
You thought Antioch would hang around a little bit longer than that, Anthony?
I did. It's
was that a gut or a premonition?
Yeah, I guess we can call it that, yeah. But, again, that's why I'm not getting paid the big bucks to do all this just yet.
Let me know, Sam, if you find me a Moore County score.
All right, I'll look for it.
Number 3 to return the kickoff.
Check in on our old buddy Jason Dobbs. 55 ticks left here at Watson Stadium. Tom Krager gave us all that history about the stadium down at the Tennessean.
Guess he's going to return this one.
Boy, he's got a nice return, Coach, up to about the 35, 33-yard line. I don't think they're going to have enough Cookeville time to score. They don't have any big, gashing, explosive plays that we've seen.
We still got a whole half of football left to play. If I'm Cookeville, don't take any risks right now. Let's take this thing into halftime. Let's make our adjustments that we need to make. Obviously, we're going to have to clean some stuff up special teams-wise because that's why we're getting beat right now.
Yep.
But other than that, it's been a good half of football on both sides of the ball. Oakland's defense, other than that last drive, has been playing very well. They've been running the ball well. Very good football game we've had on our hands here tonight.
Absolutely.
Passed off by number 3, David Gist. Tackle made by number 6, Justin Jefferson.
A little bit of a swing pass out there to David Gist.
I still like this offense of Jimmy Maynard's. And the quarterback isn't scared to keep it. Gist to the left of Cade Smith out of the shotgun. 2 at the top. And let's Gist have it. Gist on the right side picks up a couple. and that's her MO, 2-3 yards, and that's going to be it. We're going to get out of the half. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll pause, put the camera on the midfield mark. We got some halftime ceremonies coming up, and then we'll come back and the cannon goes off if you just didn't heard it. We got 24 minutes of football left.
We do. It's going to be a heck of a second half, and we will be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere.
Harper, congratulations.
Yeah, a couple of them. Okay.
How's everything going?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing good. Good seeing you again.
You too. You got my color on. Yeah. I'm leaving right there. Are you here for your There we go. Yeah. There's a lot better there. Your nose is like that now.
Got out of here.
I'm gonna wait now.
You told me to tell you.
Hey guys, how you doing? All right, you? Pretty good.
Yeah, try.
At this time, collecting for the American Cancer Society, it's Coaches versus Cancer. So please make a donation if you can. Thank you. Please welcome the 2017 Cookeville High School Marching Cavaliers under the direction of David Talbert, Eric Howard, and Max Amos. The band is under the field direction of Caitlin Papa. The 2017 show is entitled Spy vs. Spy. Musical selections tonight include the James Bond theme, Secret Agent Man, Soul Bossa Nova, Mission Impossible, Skyfall, and Get Smart. Soloists are Zach Smith, Bobby Troutman, Kyla McDermott, and Parker Novena. Field Commander Papa is the band ready. To take the field.
to Oakland. Then please continue. Make sure the button for the wrong time. Remember, you must succeed by any means.
We can go whenever you're ready. They know I'm here. After the first drive,
Under heavy security, only the very best can complete this near impossible mission. We're all counting on you. Defend the briefcase from those who take ladies and 3 and 4.
CHS Marching Cavaliers will compete tomorrow at the Volunteer Classic in Heritage High School in Maryland. Good luck to our Marching Cavaliers.
Connecting all that stuff in. About 15 days.
All righty, kids, welcome back here to the Jelly Bowl at Watson Stadium. Anthony Fiorello, my color analyst, is to the left of me, along with the scorekeeper, Mr. Sam Montgomery, my brother, and the lady that's operating the camera and make no mistakes and never makes a mistake is my wife, Judy the Beauty. We've got a great game going on right here between Cookeville and Oakland. Jimmy Maynard, what are you talking to your kids about, Anthony? You're in there at halftime. What do you tell those kids? You got a 14-point deficit against you. What do you need to do?
Well, number one, we've got to clean up the special teams play. Because that's where Oakland has been able to jump out to this two-possession advantages, both off of special team. They score one off the block punt, gives you 7 points. These 7 points they get before halftime, if not for a 65-yard kickoff return, they may not get that. We're still knotted up at 7. So, number one, what we need to do is we need to clean up special teams-wise. Defensively, they've been doing what I thought they'd be doing. Oakland's going to move the football. It's a powerful offense. It's tough to stop them no matter who you are. But if you're a team, you can bend a little bit, but you tighten things up, especially in that red zone. Bend, but don't break necessarily. You're going to keep yourself in the football game. Offensively, they've done a great job establishing that run game, continuing to pound the rock. So if they're going to get back into this football game, still got a whole half to play. Keep doing what you're doing. Let's clean things up on special teams.
Got to get that score coming out, though, don't you? As you're going to get the ball, you got to take it down, get 7 points, and then give it back to them and hold them, and then possibly get back in the game. And if it's me, if you don't get back into it the third, and you keep giving it to Kevin Creasy, you know, his possession versus his touchdowns, when you say, ratio, Kevin Creasy, you give him the ball, he's going to score.
Yeah, a lot of the time Oakland moves the ball down the field. They don't kick field goals. They don't punt the ball very often. It's almost every single time they touch the ball. It's so impressive. They find a way to get it into the end zone. So if you're Cookeville, you know, you've got to come out and you've got to put 7 points on the board. They were down 14-0 earlier, put together a beautiful long drive. They pound the ball down their throats, cut the lead down back to 7. But, you know, if I'm Oakland, on the Oakland side of things, what I tell my kids is, hey, this is a physical football team. This is probably the most physical football team we're going to face all year, other than possibly Maryville, who they saw earlier this year. They're going to run the football. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue to stack the box. We're going to continue bringing pressure. That Oakland front 7 is just so talented, and they're going to make things happen. They're going to force turnovers. That defense always finds a way to come up with a big play when it matters, and I think we very well may see that happen here in the second half.
Let's go to some scores. Sam, you got something for me?
Well, I did check on the Yankees-Houston game, and they're in the bottom of the 4th, but there's still no score. And Anthony helped run down a Moore County score. It's halftime, and it's Moore County 28 and Richland 6.
So our buddy Jason Dobbs is having a great season down at Moore County, a lot different than last year, where he wasn't going to make the playoffs, and this year he could be a contender in that playoff, and that's 2A ball.
Yeah, in that 2A division where they've got some powerful schools. Moore County's really going to stack up. They look like they're in the driver's seat to be able to get them a couple of home games in the playoffs going into it. They could make a deep little playoff run.
And the reason why we talk about Dobbs did coach at Riverdale. Went off to be a head coach down in Moore County. That's Lynchburg, Tennessee, where Jack Daniels is made, and doing a fine job down in Moore County, and we're happy for him. We like to see our guys go on and do well. Got a Blackman score for me, Sam?
I'm checking on the Middle Tennessee score right now, and it's halftime of the Middle Tennessee score, and it looks like it's 31-10.
So that's so they're getting beat by Marshall.
They are, yes.
So Anthony, we're back to your alma mater to be. Talk to us about that Blue Raider football team.
Well, coming into the week, coming off of a very tough loss to UAB. They go down to Birmingham last week. They lose that game by 2. We're getting into crunch time and conference play. This is every conference game from here on out is a must-win if they're going to be in contention to win a Conference USA championship. They haven't won a conference championship since they were back in the Sun Belt. They won the New Orleans Bowl back when they had Dwight Dasher and Philip Tanner. And, you know, it's coming down to it now where if they can't pick things up in the second half, that's their 5th loss already. And they've got some talent that they're going up against. So now you're getting into the talks where, yeah, you might not be playing for a conference championship. We're fighting just to get to a bowl game this year. And
maybe fighting for your job.
The injuries this year have really hampered them. You know, at the beginning of the year, having your 2 top players in Richie James and Brent Stocks will go down. Brent still not back. It's probably going to be maybe he won't be back till maybe game 10, game 11. Richie James just comes back. It's going to be tough.
We got some other scores where Lebanon's leading Wilson Central at the half, 19-7, and at the half, Eagleville's up on Loretta, 35-13.
Eagleville also in that driver's seat. They're doing really good this season, and always have. They've always been a contender.
Yeah, that's a good program down there. They don't necessarily have the numbers. They've always had, but it's something that can play to your advantage as well, where you've got freshmen playing varsity ball on Friday nights. They've got kids that stay together, play all the way up through Papa Warner ball.
Well, we've got 24 minutes in front of us as kids get back out on the field, loosening up. And Sam's giving us a nice gesture, so go ahead with that score.
Well, it's in the second quarter, and Riverdale's up on Warren County 40-7.
Savion Davis must be finding the end zone down there.
Absolutely, Savion Davis. And we talk about it every week, and you say the same thing over and over, but just the testament of what Will Kreisky's done with that program. Last year, not the year that they wanted to have. This year, they have a couple of big players go down. They're sitting in second place in the district or in the region right now, tied with Cookeville, pending on what happens here tonight. If they're rooting, not something that a Riverdale fan would like to say, but right now you got to root for Oakland because that'll put you in second place if Oakland wins and you pick up the win.
Let me talk a little bit about our sponsor. He's the guy that pays for all this, and we love him to death. His name is John Jones. And you know, when you're buying or selling real estate, there's only one place to go, and that'd be John Jones. He has an amazing team, and let me tell you what you get. The first thing you get is you get a guy that's executed over 4,500 real estate transactions. That's knowledge and experience. Number two, you get specialties surrounding your deal to make sure every detail is covered and making the process easy and stress-free. Number three, you will see many added value services at no additional cost, including a moving truck to help you get your things over to that new and great home. Finally, you get just knowledge, experience, and just dedication. That's John Jones Real Estate, 615-867-3020. Got something for me, Sam?
Siegel's just gone ahead 22-21 on a 75-yard touchdown pass.
Coffee County putting up a fight out there. That ball game looks like it's going to go down to the wire. How late into that ball game are we?
It didn't indicate, but I'll go check on it.
Assuming still probably beginning of third quarter, late first half possibly.
Appreciate all our fans watching on Stork Vision. Next week, we're going to be back over at the Inferno for the Backyard Brawl, and that'll be the final game of the regular season. Then we'll be living and dying by money, or whoever ends up sponsoring us, or wherever we end up going, because a TSSAA charges us $700 per broadcast, and so it's all kind of still up in the air who's going to jerk that up. And we know one way or another we will be doing at least round 3. We hope to somewhere in Rutherford County. We'll try to gather up a few dollars and at least push one out. The first 2 rounds, generally you get into some games that could be running clock, and you know, in playoffs, bands don't perform at half times. A lot of things start to change as we move through playoffs. It's all about getting the game in, getting it done, get on the bus, get home, stay healthy, and move through the weeks. It takes 5 to win it, no matter what division you're in.
It's a whole new season. Everybody's 0-0. You start the playoffs, and it's survive and advance. You know, win or go home. Everybody's mentality changes, and it's what you play for. That's what these 10 games that you play through the regular season. You try to get yourself in the best shape possible to try and scoot through those first 2 as easy as you can, and then you got to worry about 3 big ones. And that's what this game here tonight, that's going to dictate a whole lot of that for both of these teams.
Jimmy Maynard wearing the all red. We was talking to Coach Creasy right before kickoff, and he was telling to some of the Cookeville people he loves all red. You know, so you've kind of seen even Kevin Creasy can go all red, but tonight he's wearing the blue pants, the white shirts, noting the white helmet with the old Patriot symbol, the leaning Patriot in the hiking formation.
Make some noise as we start the second half.
Temperature slowly but surely dropping, just degree by degree as we're up here on the plateau. Should be about 50 degrees when we get out of here, but we're up on one of the highest points in Tennessee.
Good night for football. It's football weather.
Absolutely, absolutely. You big guys can take it better than us skinny guys.
Yeah, I'm up here wearing shorts still. I've got a little bit of a jacket on, but still up here in shorts. Good football weather for
I'm
me.
in a fur coat and ready to call this game for you for the second half. Appreciate everybody joining in. Let's get ready for Stork Vision. 24 minutes in front of us. Garrett Taylor will kick off for Oakland. Actually, that's Aaron Sears. Number 26 is going to kick it off. Sears. Boom. That's in the end zone, and David Giss will not be able to return that, so they'll start from their own 20.
Coach Creasy switching things up right there. That's something that he probably wanted. Garrett Taylor was having a little bit of trouble finding the end zone here tonight, but you know, you kick it back there, they can't return it. That's always the best policy.
All right, if you're just joining us, 21-7, Oakland is ahead, as you can see on the scoreboard, but it's been a good ball game. Jimmy Maynard's Cookeville Cavaliers, they're going to run a straight up, just run it down your throat type offense. The quarterback is Cade Smith. He wears number 6. He'll operate out of that shotgun. He's got Gist to the left of him. And he lets Gist have it right up the middle. They're going to pick up about 2 yards. And tackle made by number 32. Navash Daly. It's going to be second down. Let's call it. He got more than I thought. Let's call it 2nd and 6. Long 5, short 6. Smith fakes that pass. He's going to try to go right up the middle. Quickly wrapped up. Didn't get into a stride. Looks like number 36, Aaron Moore, was there.
Oakland defense not fooled at all by what was getting ready to happen. Cookeville's pulled that off here a couple of times tonight, where they'll run that quarterback draw. They send Gist out into the flat to fake the screen to him to try to freeze that Oakland defense, but they're sending pressure off that top of the screen side for you folks and make the play.
3rd and 7 from the 23. Gist rolling towards our side. Gets his feet all bottled up, but not before number 7. Michael Bond wraps him up for a loss and a sack.
You talk about that Oakland defense making big plays when it matters, and they needed to come out here and shut Cookeville down early, give themselves the ball back, and try to start pulling away in this one. Big sack there by Michael Bond. Now that special teams has a chance to make another play here down deep in Cookeville territory.
Pay attention, kids. Woody Washington, number 5, drops back at about his 40-yard line. This guy's been offered by everybody in the country. And let's see if he's going to be able to return it. He is. Oh, he bobbles it. And quickly wrapped up. They've got him. Boy, once they got a hold of that feed, it's see ball, get ball. Number 16 was there on the stop for Cookeville. That's Cooper Norrin.
Great punt right there by Jacob Anderson. These last 2 punts that he's had have been really big. You know, right there he's kicking off basically his own goal line. They get that ball back down deep into Oakland territory. They're going to have to start this drive from their own 32.
Looks like he's going to roll with Timmy Goodrich. And running that I. He goes with the second man through. Looks like Jaron Rooks. Rooks going to get almost about 7 yards.
And a lot of what we say about physicality, about this Cookeville team, you got to give it to Oakland as well. That offensive line that they have is just so talented, and they've paved the way for all of these ball carriers to have great seasons running the football. Just got to give it to that Oakland O-line, show them a little bit of love.
Back to Jaron Rooks. Rooks up the middle, up to about their 40-yard line, almost to the 38. Quickly tackled by number 18, Ben Ball.
It's that same play. They just go to the other side. A lot of coaches call that bend power. It's a little bit of a stretch play. You pull a guard, get a combo right up the middle, get you a big hole. When you get Jaron Rooks into open field like that, watch out.
From the 39, they get a fresh set of 4. The sticks move. The box man resets. Going to stick with Timmy Goodrich. Jaron Rooks is right there with him.
Still in that I formation.
Yeah, I've got Christian Cantrell, number 21, in at that fullback position. But they go back to Jaron Rooks on this right side. Rooks, nice vision. He's going to get another 7 yards. Number 32, Loftus, Ben Loftus.
Number 66, Jackson Riley's lid comes off. He's going to have to come out of the ball game, but you mentioned Christian Cantrell coming in at fullback right there. Makes a good block. Kicking out number 81, Dylan Sparks on Cookeville to spring Rooks on that one.
It is so frustrating when they're just getting 5, 7, and they're just driving it right down your throat, and there's just nothing you can do about it.
Coming out of that strong eye this time.
Cantrell to the left, Rooks straight up, pitch to Rooks on that left side. He's looking for that seam, works his way up through the middle. Quickly tackled by number 22. That's Jacob Libby.
And they've done a good job of establishing what type of run that they wanted to do. They were starting to have some trouble going off the edge, so they start pounding the rock up the gut. Now Cookeville has to move a lot of guys inside. They get it outside right there and get a good chunk of yards.
Creasy will stick with Timmy Goodrich, and he operates from underneath the center back to Jerron Rooks. Rooks looking on the left. He's quickly wrapped up at just the line of scrimmage by number 43, Sam Oldham.
Tackle made by number 43, Sam Oldham, and number 9, Glenn Crabtree.
You got some scores for me, Sam?
Quick one here. Blackman 30, Stewart's Creek 0 in the third.
Running clock. So
it's exactly what the Blaze needed to do tonight. They really needed to go out there and take care of business.
Going back with this Snelling. Looks like they got Justin Jefferson in there, number 6.
That's Mookie.
No, Mookie. It's Mookie.
Up the middle goes number 4, Mookie Wilson.
Going to have a third down, about 3 or 4 yards right here. So I'll give him about 5 yards, actually.
Mookie Wilson goes out. Jerron Rooks coming back in. Timmy Goodrich has the play.
This Cookeville defense really needs to buckle down right here. We talk about that bend but don't break. Oakland's going to move the football, but this would be a big stop right here because it would be a long field goal.
Rooks, the lone back. Goodrich, pitch back to Rooks on that left side. Tries it again.
They stopped him short.
Number 43 was there on the stop, Sam Oldham.
I fully expect Coach Creasy to go for it right here, though. Nope, they're going to trot out the kicking team.
Creasy going to go through his motions even with his special teams?
Oh, no, he's not. No, he's not.
He's not?
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
I thought he was, yeah.
We got Brevin Linnell, so we got the combo.
Aaron Sears, 4 or 5 this year so far on field goal attempts.
26-yard from the 26, so that's 36-yard field goal. Here we go. Snap, hold, kick.
Nailed it. Oh, no.
No. You did what I did 2 weeks ago. Wrong angle. So Sears misses it. They turn it over.
Big stop there for Cookeville.
Absolutely.
Just like what we were saying, you bend but don't break. They make that stop right there. If the Oakland gets another first down, they're for sure at least getting some points out of that drive. They hold them back to where it's a long enough field goal.
I'm Jimmy Maynard. All I want to do is just play keep away, move it down the field, keep the sticks in front of me, and see what I can do. I mean, you're going to have to get somewhere. You're going to have to find some points.
Yeah.
You're going to be running out of time.
Got to start scoring now, but at the same time, you can't get away from what you're doing. You still got 18 minutes left to play.
They're not a quick snap team score is what I'm concerned about. And that's not much of a gain. They went on the right side. Looks like Gist was the carrier.
David Gist on the carry.
Going to get about 3 yards on that one.
Now let's call it 2nd and 7.
Third quarter moving by quickly.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot of these third quarters this year have.
Cade Washington operating out of the shotgun. Oh, he bottled with the snap. He's got it. So Gist catches it. It's good enough for a first down. Moves it up to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now for Cookeville Cavaliers.
Great job by Cade Smith of just staying calm right there. They fumbled the snap, but he knows what's going on around him. Good awareness, able to step up in the pocket and deliver a good throw to his running back, Gist.
He's got Scalvo in there on the right. And that's who he lets it have. Michael Scalvo right up the middle, going to pick up about 3. It's going to be 2nd and 7 from about the 45.
This is shaping up to be one of those classic Cookeville drives so far. If they can continue to move the ball just like this, we're going to be in for a heck of a 4th quarter.
Scalvo to the right, Cade Smith. Back to Scalvo. Scalvo with a big hole up to the 40, up to the 38 of Oakland. Number 36 was right there on the stop, Aaron Moore. Sticks are moving and the boxman's moving. Fresh set of 4 given to Cade Smith and the Cookeville Cavaliers. Now they're on the 38.
Scavo with a big head of steam right there, but good job by Lockelayer hanging on for dear life to make that tackle, because if he doesn't hang on, I think Scavo gets into the end zone.
He's got Gist to the left, shifts him to the right, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Operating out of that shotgun to David Gist. He's not going to get, he looked like he keeps those legs churning.
Able to make something out of nothing. Oakland has been so quick into the backfield on these drives, and Cookeville has done a good job of quickly finding where the hole is and getting to it.
Cantrell was there on the stop. Gist to the right. Let it have it back to Gist on that right side. Quickly met. He's still on his feet. Thought he was down. Gist just refuses to go down. Number 36 comes up off the bottom. That's Aaron Moore. Once again, sophomore. Called his name a lot tonight. Good little old football player.
Third down, 8 to go. Looks like they're going to have to throw the football here.
He lets Gist have it reverse.
Yeah, they caught Oakland out of position.
Hicks. Ball carrier brings it to this side of the field. Amir Gray was there on the stop. He wears number 11.
And a good play right there by Amir Gray as well. He was the only person still on that side of the field to be able to get over there and make the stop. On that reverse, it's hard to do, but you got to stay home in case stuff like that happens. Oakland was chasing the football there, caught out of position. That could have been bad.
4th down. Cade Smith, I look for him to keep this himself. He does. Cade Smith keeps it, gets the 1st down. Chain gang will move. The box man will reset, and the ball's going to be marked just at the 27-yard line.
And Cookeville is now 3 for 3 on 4th down here tonight. That's something that they've done a very good job of. It just frustrates the heck out of Oakland as you keep those drives alive.
And we've been pretty good about predicting it. We know Cade Smith. We've gotten to where we can watch his tendencies. He wants the ball in that pressure type situation.
Absolutely, and I don't think that Jimmy Maynard wants anybody else to have the ball either. You keep it in the hands of your biggest playmaker.
Gist. He gives it back to Gist. Gist on his feet. Keeps those legs moving. Picks up about 2-3 yards. Jefferson in there on that stop. Ball now.
Very important that some people
he may have gotten a yard. Let's call it 2nd and 9.
Tend to forget about. Cookeville still got to take care of that football.
Gist to the left. And they go, pulls it from the belly on that read.
Smith lost his lid. He's going to have to come out of the game here on 3rd down.
They're going to throw another quarterback in there. Are you ready, as they say?
That's 19, Blaine Espinoza is the backup quarterback here.
They're waiting. Talk about
Espinoza's a junior, 6'1", 195. We haven't seen him yet this year.
We have not.
I would have to assume with him in the ball game,
on a 3rd down
it's
situation,
probably going to go to David Gist.
Yeah, on a 3rd down situation. Going to keep it pretty basic here. They give it to Gist. Gist. It's going to be close for a 1st down.
He's got it. He's got it by plenty. Yeah.
Tackle made by number 14, Cameron Goodrich.
And boy, what's really getting me is that Oakland is having 7 and 8 guys all right there on the line of scrimmage, and Cookeville is somehow still able to find a hole somehow, some way, even though you've got 5 guys trying to block 7.
They send Gist out as a receiver. Scalvo's to the right. And that's who they go with, Michael Scalvo on that right side. Shoot, he's going to get up to about the 7-yard line.
Saw him lose the ball real quick there, but he was on the ground. This Oakland defense here got to buckle down.
I mean, they're just running it right down their throat, Jimmy Maynard style. Scalvo to the right. Riverdale did beat Cookeville on a last-second play tip to Savion Davis. That was about 3 weeks ago.
Screen to Hicks.
Hicks. Look at Hicks. Hicks going to the end zone. Touchdown. Cookeville. Touchdown. Hicks.
The athleticism of Jarquez Hicks right there. That is insane athleticism. You see him make that catch, he gets 1 block. That Oakland defense is so fast to that side of the field. And that little cut that he made is something that I have almost never seen it out of a high school kid do. To be able to make a cut that quick and get into that little sliver of light to get into the end zone. A great play right there by Jarquez Hicks.
We got a 7-point ball game, kids.
We're going to have a heck of a 4th quarter on our hands with about 40 seconds left.
Let's go to Sam Montgomery for some scores.
All right, we're in the 3rd quarter, and Siegel's now up on Coffee County 29-21. And also Moore County now leads 35-6 in the 3rd.
Jason Dobbs going to go on and win game 9. We thought this game would be close. And Kevin Creasy told us right before the game, you know,
it's going to be a dogfight.
Going to be a dogfight all night. He didn't hesitate a bit.
Fully expected exactly this to happen coming up here. You knew that, hey, these are 2 very, very good football teams coming into this game. You know, both of them were able to put a bit of a beat down on Blackman.
Yep.
And you know, talking last week at post game, you remember I mentioned that, you know, it looked like it was about 1 or 2 more touchdowns, I believe, is what Oakland scored over Blackman. So that may be the difference here tonight. Right now, we're sitting at a 1 touchdown difference.
Well, in your Jimmy Maynard, you're going to try to create a turnover. You're going to be trying to pop that football out of Oakland's hands. You're going to be doing anything you possibly can to disrupt what Kevin Creasy wants to do.
And if you're Oakland, you've got to respond.
Well, that's a nice kick, wasn't it?
It was. It was a great kick out of the back of the end zone. So Oakland's going to set up shop at the 20. They've done a great job of responding in these adverse situations, though. That Cookeville comes back and they score a touchdown to narrow down the lead. But Oakland has done a good job of not relinquishing the lead. They haven't given up the lead all night.
Well, Kevin Creasy's going to go back to Timmy Goodrich to run that Oakland offense. And here we go. And they give it to Justin Jefferson on that left side. Jefferson going to get 5-6 yards.
That flex bone attack of Kevin Creasy's is so hard to stop. That option offense, the word option itself, it just gives you so many different things that you can do. Even though you're just running the football, so multi-dimensional, it's hard to stop. May not get this snap off.
Well, the play clock's not running. Play clock's not running. Kevin Creasy's going to tell him, don't hike the ball. The play clock never reset, kids. So it was showing 25, so I don't know what they were thinking. Sam, you got something for me?
Yeah, we've got an update on that Siegel Coffee County game. They're in the 3rd quarter, and Siegel's now up 29-27.
That's a good game.
Yeah, see, like we said, Siegel fighting for their playoff lives right now. They've they've got to hope for Blackman to lose, which doesn't look like it's going to happen. They were up 30-0 last I heard. Don't know if they could still somehow squeeze it out, but you know, against the Coffee County team that's been really down this year, you know, it just shows you the mentality change at this point of the year.
Absolutely. 12 minutes in front of us. We got ourselves a really good football game.
We got an update on the Moore County score. It's now 41-6 in the third.
Yeah, that's a running clock now. That won't take long.
Also, in the bottom of the fifth, Houston has the bases loaded, and they're up 1-0.
How many we got out?
Good. Not good.
They must have just now got 2 more runs.
Oh,
in.
yeah.
They're now up 3-0.
Not good. Goodrich is going to operate that offense. Here we go. He turned around. The guy wasn't there. Discombobulated play.
Miscommunication right there. That play was supposed to go to that side, I believe, and it was just some miscommunication, and now it's going to be a third down situation for Oakland, and a crucial one at that.
Jacob Libby on the stop. I like that guy's name, number 22. He got up kind of gimpy. Third down, third and a big 5. It's a big down for Kevin Creasy. And they got Brevin Linnell in, the guy that likes their thrower. They got their thrower. Linnell keeping it, and they got Linnell. They got him. They got him on the ground for a sack. Number 54 comes up off the bottom, Connor Wright, the big senior defensive lineman.
Now Oakland going to have to punt the football away. Garrett Taylor going back there. Cookeville finally has a chance to knock this one up.
Jarquez Hicks drops back deep. He rides just about on his 40-yard line.
Good snap by Leonard.
Just going to let it go out of bounds, I guess. Oh, he kicked it. Rooks kicked it. And they're gonna move it to where it should be.
Mark it down at the 28. A good punt by Garrett Taylor. Going to have to force Cookeville to move the ball all the way down the field if they're going to tie this thing up.
Well, you know what Jimmy Maynard's thinking. He's got Uncle Mo, even though he's not ahead. He's got a great crowd behind him, and the senior team that'd love to get this win.
Absolutely, and you know, coming into this drive, 10 minutes left. We're going to tie this thing up. Let's do it now, so that way we know what we've got to work with for the rest of this fourth quarter. Let's put together one of those drives that we can eat 6, 7, 8 minutes off the clock.
Saw an Oakland fan at halftime. He said this is what they needed. We're going to get a dead ball false start. Got a little movement. This is what they needed. They needed to play a team like this to get ready for playoffs.
Exactly. It'll prepare you for what you're going to see in the playoffs, because it's, aside from maybe their week 1, week 2 game, it's going to be that way for the whole rest of the ride.
Procedure call. That'll make it 1st and 15. The ball is now marked at the 24-yard line. Let's call it the 23, excuse me.
And even with that penalty, we haven't seen a whole lot of hankies fly here tonight. Both of these teams playing very disciplined football.
Yep. Guess to the left. Pulls it from the belly. Guess Cade White goes to the ground. Cade Smith goes to the ground. Number 36 was there on the stop. Moore.
That Oakland defense starting to step up when it matters. They've been sending pressure and sending pressure and sending pressure. And Cookeville's done a good job of figuring it out. But you've got to figure, with these playmakers I've got on this defense, they're going to break through at some point. Now Cookeville is in a very scary situation at 2nd and 19.
From about the 19. It's actually 2nd and 20. Cade Smith to this side.
Folks, I don't know if you saw that at the very bottom of your screen. Jarquez Hicks absolutely leveled Justin Jefferson down there near the sidelines. The clean block, too. Didn't lead with the head or anything.
Just busted him right in the head. Ball on the 27. 3rd and 12. Going to have to get a second level pass
Yep,
here.
we're going to have to air it out right here.
Scavo to the left. Hicks is at the top of the screen. Intercepted. Intercepted.
Pass is intercepted by number 9.
Tecoy Randolph on the pick right there, the defensive lineman. And what do we talk about? This Oakland defense making big plays when it matters.
Yep.
I said at some point in this second half, they were going to come up with a big turnover at some point. And now they are 20 yards away from making this a 2-possession game again in the 4th quarter.
And who are you talking about right before the start of the game? What a good-looking kid Tecoy Randolph is, the junior. Go back to Jerron Rooks on that right side, spinning up to the 10, up to the 9, up to the 8, up to the 5.
Oh, and that second effort right there. Doesn't get contact until he gets to the 10-yard line. Gets a couple offensive linemen behind him, continue to push him. Rooks keeps his legs moving. They get down to the 5. A good, hard 15-yard carry there.
J.P. Bush on the stop. They go right back to Jerron Rooks. Rooks into the end zone. Touchdown, Rooks. Touchdown, Oakland Patriots.
Just like we saw this last week. In the span of, 4 plays, Cookeville was down, took the lead. We got 3 plays right here. Interception, 15-yard carry, touchdown. And you feel the gravity of this place just gets sucked out of the air.
Absolutely. Leonard, Linnell, Sears, all 3 are good. That's going to make it 28-14. Sam, you got some scores for me.
Sure I do. We've got Blackman's pulling away now from Stewart's Creek. It's in the 3rd. It's 37-7. And then Fairview and Ravenwood are tied at 21 in the 3rd.
Be a pretty good game. That region over there, there's not a strong contender out of that Williamson County. Not one that you would say that you think can come here to Cookeville in about 6-7 weeks and win it all.
No, nobody really jumps out to you. Earlier this year, it looked a lot stronger, and then there's it looked like Brentwood.
Yes, it did.
Would very much have a good chance. Ravenwood was in there, but they've kind of fallen off the map here. There's a couple. I still think Brentwood will probably get to a semifinal game. They have a good shot to do that, possibly quarterfinal, semifinal, somewhere in there. But they very much so fallen off it here in the second half of the season.
Well, I tell you what, right now, if you're Jimmy Maynard, you're going to have to hustle up. Sam, you got a score for me?
I got a final now on the Maryville score. They won over Heritage 52-0.
That's about what they scored, about 50 points, isn't it? Keeping that Maryville tradition, somewhere between 45, 50 points. If they score that many, they win.
Yes.
Every time.
Got an offsides here on Oakland, so Garrett Taylor back in there to kick off again. After last time it was Aaron Sears. Sears looks like they're going to keep him on the sidelines.
Going back with Jarrett Taylor.
Yeah, Garrett Taylor.
Garrett.
Still going to kick this one off. Going to have to kick it from the 35, so David Gist has a shot here. He's almost busted a couple here, and that's just what the doctor would order if you're Cookeville, if he can bust one into the end zone or even a long return. There's still about 9.5 minutes left, plenty of time. You got all 3 of your timeouts.
Well, and you don't want Hicks to get it because he can run too. He's got a set of wheels.
So he's going to get it. Good kick. He got it into the end zone anyways.
Yep. So now you're going to have to start from the 20. And that's what they love to do in Rutherford County. Kick it in the end zone and then force you to drive 80 yards every time. Sam, you got something for me?
Riverdale Warriors really taking it to Warren County now. They're up 47-7 in the 3rd.
Riverdale going to be going into playoffs with a lot of momentum, and coming into next week's game, which we'll be doing that. Snort Vision will be live at the Inferno for the Backyard Brawl.
And yeah, both the way that Riverdale and Blackman have played tonight, it's shaping up to be a good one.
Right now, Kate Smith gets it out to Hicks. Hicks on that far side. Jefferson forces him out of bounds.
We haven't seen Woody Washington give up a completion, I don't think, all year that I can remember. That's the first one right there. Just tells you how good Washington is and what he's done this year.
1st and 10 now for Cade Smith and the Cookeville Cavaliers. 2 down here by us. Scavo to the right. They're going to throw a screen pass to Gist. He's up to the 40, up to the 45. Keeps it in bounds.
So being down 14, does that mean now they're going to go away from the run game and just do nothing but pass from this point on?
At this point of the ball game, I think so, Sam. It's starting to get to that point where, and like we said earlier, Cookeville can throw the football. Cade Smith's got over 1,000 yards passing this year, so I think you're going to have to start throwing it more, yes.
Cade Smith across the middle. Ooh.
But on the flip side of that coin, just like we were saying, you got to take care of the football, and bad things can happen more so when you throw the football.
3 things happen when you put the ball in the air. 2 of them aren't any good. They wanted Dial on that last play, and coming across that middle, he wasn't able to pull it down. It makes it 2nd down. Clock stops with 8 minutes and 37 seconds left to go in the ball game. It's running. I don't think the ref likes it. They're going to put some time. Clock's running continuously here. We're going to have to do something. Y'all can see that in your left-hand screen.
Yeah, Rod Goodner wants to talk about it.
Yeah, Ron wants to put some time back on it. They're trying to stop it with the lever. This could cause the referee to come from the bottom of the field up to run the clock if we can't get this stopped. He has a switch control down there. Now they've got it stopped, but they're going to have to put some time back on it.
It's going to be somewhere close to about 8 minutes and 40 seconds, I believe.
We'll wait till they get it reset. If they can.
Stork, the Astros are leading the Yankees 3-0. They're in the top of the 5th.
It's going to go 7 games. Kind of figured that series would at the start of it, though. Got to give it to the Yankees, though, down 2-0 to start it. They did the same thing against the Indians. They were down 2-0, came back to win that one. But,
well, guys, surely we don't need to call it a clockmaker. He's telling him what he wants.
Looked like it was 10 minutes, I think, is what he was holding up.
No, he don't want that much. 8:46. All right, let's go. Goodner says that's good enough. Here we go.
A set of keys has been put into the press box.
10 minutes, 8:46. It's all close.
It's relevant. Here we go.
That minute and a half won't make a difference.
Cade Smith operating out of that shotgun. They need points bad. He's going to take it himself on a running play right up the middle.
That's number 6, Cade Smith.
He's able to break out of the pile there, get close to that first down.
He's up to about the, I want to say the 44, 45.
Third down
He's going to get a little bit of a spot. They're nice to him. Going to be marked on the 44 of Oakland. See, Cookeville takes a lot of time. They're not a quick scoring team. Scavo to the right behind Cade Smith. That's who they give it to. Michael Scavo, they wrap him up quickly. Now, number 7, Michael Bond Jr. was there on the stop.
Number 7, Michael Bond.
Somebody's looking. Number 36 getting up awful slow. That's Aaron Moore for Oakland. Got knocked a little cuckoo.
Now at a 4th and 5. That clock ticking down underneath 8 minutes. Can't afford to punt the football under at this point in the game, down by 2 possessions. You've got to get a touchdown on this drive.
Scavo lined up in that receiver position. Gist is to the left. We got timeout on the field.
Kevin Creasy wants to talk things over with his defense. He didn't like what he saw personnel-wise.
Do have a final score. The Smyrna Bulldogs take out Antioch 35-0.
Good win for them.
Yep.
Good win for them. They needed that.
And so who's going to come out of that one, that region? You got
Cane Ridge, I believe.
Cane Ridge. Is Smyrna going to end up coming out?
Laverne did. No. I think I'd still, if I'm going to put money down out of somebody to come out of that region and make a playoff run at things, I'd still put my money down on Cane Ridge.
Yeah.
Smyrna has really picked things up here in the second half of the season, though. They got off to kind of a slow start, and they've started to figure things out here, though.
Well, we got a timeout. Let's talk about our sponsor. That's John Jones Real Estate. He's the guy that backs this whole operation. You know, if you need staging people, need a guy that has a lot of experience, not just a little, I mean a lot. He's had over 4,500 transactions. Heck, he's even got a moving truck he'll throw in to help you get into that new home. We got a game going on right here. Cade Smith from the shotgun. Fake it to Scavo. Rolling to this side. He's in trouble and slung to the ground to Keogh Randolph. We talked about him before the start of the game. What did we say? He's a good-looking kid.
He is, the junior defensive end. That right there shows that speed off the edge. Beats the right tackle, stays outside, doesn't let Smith get out, doesn't lose contain, what you call it. And he's twice tonight. He's made a big play to give that Oakland offense the football back. And now here with about 7.5 minutes, Cookeville's going to have to force a turnover quick, or I think that's going to be it.
Kevin Creasy getting the hammer and nail out, trying to put it right through that coffin. Ball marked on the 42-yard line, and here we go. From the shotgun. What they do?
That's Jerron Rooks.
Rooks out of Wildcat. Well, that's the first time we've seen Rooks run the Wildcat
this year. Yeah, we've seen a couple of different looks so far tonight from Oakland, and it's to make them more multi-dimensional, to try to put things together that Cookeville hasn't seen on tape. When you get this late into the year, you see coaches starting to do that because you got tape on them.
From the 17, Goodrich out of the shotgun, going to the right side. No, it's Jerron Rooks out of that Wildcat. Just letting Rooks take it.
15, Jerron Rooks.
We're about 9 yards away from Oakland sealing this thing up.
Coach Creasy really likes Jerron Rooks.
Bread and butter of that offense.
Consistent.
Hard runner. Always
going
able
right
to
back
make
to
something
him.
happen.
Rooks with the football out of the shotgun. Who's he hand off to?
That was Jefferson.
Touchdown, Jefferson. Touchdown, Oakland Patriots.
Hard-fought game here by Cookeville tonight, but this Oakland Patriots team really just shows how powerful they are. They knew that it was going to be a dog, just like you said, Coach Creasy knew it was going to be a dogfight coming in here. It was going to be a tough game, but they're able to pull away here at the end when it mattered. They make the big plays.
And we said on the way over, we felt like Cookeville could hang for 3 quarters, but that fourth quarter, that's having enough juice to stay with them. Sam, you got a score for me?
I do. It's the end of the third, and it's Franklin 31, and Spring Hill is 14.
Donnie Webb don't have as many players as he did last year in that senior squad. Oakland beat them about 2 weeks ago on that fall break week. So now, there's not much you can do. It's 6 minutes and 35 seconds. I know Cookeville scored really quick last week, and anything can happen. But on paper right now, I mean, you're really going to have to do some trickery.
You got 3 timeouts. You're going to need some balls to bounce your way. You're going to need some Hail Marys to get caught. You're going to need some kickoff returns to go a long way. It's not over till the fat lady starts singing, but it's going to take quite a bit.
Garrett Taylor, number 95, set to kick off for the Patriots. Gist and Hicks are back deep. Game 9, folks. Look at that sweet kick. Right into the back of the end zone. They'll start for the 20.
Got an update on the Blackman score. There's only 6:47 left in the fourth. And Trayvon Davis just did a 3-yard run. They're now up 37-14.
As they should be. They are a much better team than Stewart's Creek. Not being mean to Stewart's Creek, but it is what it is. You know, I was talking to somebody the other day who's in the college coaching, and I asked him, I said, in this county, who do you like? Who is your favorite player? He said, throw out the grades. I said, throw out the grades. Really likes number 13 over at Blackman. Trey Knox. We give it to Hicks on that left side. Says that Knox has the most upside and the most runway as a college football player, and he's only a junior.
The size he has, the way he runs those clean, crisp routes. After those first couple of steps, he gets out of the break. He's got great hands. He can go up and get the football. He's physical. He's good as a blocker. Sky's the limit for him. I think he's going to be one of those kids that can go where he wants.
Cade Smith operating out of that shotgun. He's got Hicks now to the left. Hicks on the run.
And off to number 5. That's McAllister.
McAllister.
Coffee County has slipped back up in front of Siegel, 33-29 in the third.
Keep your eyes on that one, folks. Keep your eyes on that one.
Cade Smith getting the signals from the sideline. Cookeville takes a lot of time to just get set.
Yeah, and right now it's got to be snapping the football quick. You've got to get up to the line, get your call in, and go.
Fakes it to McAllister, completes it across the middle. I like number 20, Tucker Scott. 23, excuse me, Hayden Hayward.
Good little post route right there. Didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that football, and he fit it into a tight window as well.
Absolutely. He did a good job of faking it to Jaden McAllister. Guy was coming across the middle. Hayworth and just hit him.
Got to get moving, though. Taking a lot of time in between these plays.
They fake it to Gist. Cade Smith keeps it. Run and play. That clock will continue to run up to about the 41-yard line. Jefferson was in there along with number 9, Jacoy Randolph.
A lot of folks starting to file out behind us.
Yeah, they're
try to beat the traffic.
Yeah, they're getting out of that Rockstar parking, parked right behind the press box here.
And if you're Cookeville here on senior night, this is a time where some of those seniors that don't see the field as much start to get onto the field.
Yes. Cade Smith throws it in the dirt. Was looking for number 24, Jacob Stamps.
Yeah, just not a whole lot you can do there. Throw it away, move on to the next one. But hey, if you're Cookeville here, you still got a very good chance at a home game in the first round.
Absolutely.
You know, they're going to come out of it as what you do is you root for Blackman next week if you then come out and take care of business.
Oh, and who went back there? You know who that is? Big Blake Spencer went back there in the back.
Just gets one big old paw on him. Gets a hold of him, and it just shows you how strong the kid is. Pulls him into his body and slings him to the ground. But yeah, if you're Cookeville though, you root for Blackman next week. You own the tiebreaker over them. You're gonna, if you guys both end up with 2 losses in the district, Cookeville would get the 3 seed. Riverdale would own the tiebreaker over Cookeville because they defeated Cookeville. But as a 3 seed, you still got a shot at a home game.
Kevin Creasy, special teams, man, he sent the house. They almost got that blocked. It's going to cripple up to about the 31-yard line.
Coffee County has added a few more points. They're now up 35-29 on Siegel in the fourth.
Went for 2. I'm sure it's been a heavy, heavy dose of Awante Taylor in that one.
Coffee County like to beat Siegel.
That'd be a big win for them. That's something that they could put a little icing on the end of the cupcake for the season for them.
Kevin Creasy's just going to try to play keep away right now and just get this clock rolling. Timmy Goodrich does a simple handoff on that left side. That just kicks that clock into gear.
And off to number 20.
And Snelling on the carry.
Linnell going to come into the ball game now.
Ball marked just at the 32. Well, it's awful nice. Principal here at Cookeville said we're welcome back anytime. Stork Vision always has a home here if we ever want to broadcast. 3-step drop, rolling to the right side. That's Brevin Linnell.
Bounced up to an incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. Intended for number 15, Rook.
Sam's got a couple scores for us real quick.
Yeah, I've got the Moore County score is now 49-6 in the 4th, and then Marshall's up on middle 38-10, also in the 4th.
Well, MTSU got a bye next week.
They'll win that.
Hopefully get some guys back out there, get some guys healthy.
The wild thing is you beat Syracuse, and Syracuse.
No, and that win looked great for them. Well, we get into Buffalo Wild Wings last week and noticed they took down Clemson.
Yeah.
And off to number 15, Rook.
Sam's got another score for us.
Yes, another update on that Siegel-Coffee County game. There's 10:06 left, and Siegel's now back in front, 36-35.
Going to be a shootout going down to the wire. Garrett Taylor on to punt. Jarquez Hicks.
Cookeville, no rush on that punt. He fair catches it. 2 minutes and 9 seconds left in this one. And you right now, you don't want to get hurt. You just want to run these plays, stay smart. Don't, yeah, it's great to try to score. It's great to try to, put 7, maybe make it 35-21 and everything. But the most important thing is this one's cooked.
Absolutely. It's a bit of a pride thing. You don't want to go down whimpering, but at the same time, you don't want to do anything crazy and get anybody hurt as well. We got to – this one's over with. There's nothing we can do about it. Got to get ready for next week. We got a ball game we got to win next week.
Yeah.
And quarterback number 9, playing the Espinosa.
Yeah, they go ahead with the Espinosa.
And off to number 5, J.D. McAllister.
I think they're just trying to kick the clock into high gear. Jimmy Maynard's not dumb.
J.D. McAllister in at running back now. Got a lot of reserves coming out there.
I'm sure Creasy's starting to send a couple. I see a couple of more guys interchanging.
On the defensive side of the ball. And for Coach Creasy, we got Warren County next week at home. Pick up the W there. They're the number 1 team in the state heading into the playoffs. And the greatest thing about that is you're going to be at home all the way to state. So if they make it that far, they're going to get Maryville at Ray Hughes Stadium.
And Creasy wins next Friday night, which more than likely will if we run this on paper. And that would be back-to-back perfect seasons for him. He was perfect last year, 10-0, and he could be perfect this season as well.
Yes, that'd put him at 24-1 as Oakland's head coach so far. The only loss last year. Ball on the ground.
Ball. He has 3 losses to his name, Coach Kevin Creasy. He's lost to Memphis Whitehaven. He's lost to Maryville, and he lost to Hoover, Alabama. The Bucks.
Yeah, of course, won those state titles at Trousdale County before he was at Oakland.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're not too far from Trousdale County.
That's a 2A school as well, I believe.
Less than a minute here at the Jelly Roll. McAllister, number 5, up the middle. Fans starting to pile out. Pile out, whatever you want to say. They're leaving, that's for sure. 20 ticks left. Maybe this will be the last play, kids.
Espinosa is going to get first down on the keeper, and that's...
Well, they're going to stop the clock and then start the clock. They're going to wait till the chain moves officially. Ron Goodner will crank that right arm and fire that clock. That's just what he does.
That's another JT Turnbull.
That's it.
Insurance, first down.
All righty, kids, and the cannon fires, signifying the game has come to an end here at Ed Watson Stadium. Well, 35-14, Oakland a big winner. So right now, what's your synopsis of the game?
Well, coming into it, just like Coach Creasy was saying before the game, I fully expected a fight all the way up until the end, and that's what we got. Going late into that fourth quarter, Cookeville ran out of gas, but they continued to fight. It was a good ball game. Both teams looked good running the football, but at the end, Oakland making those plays on defense, making those plays on special teams. That's where they were able to get it done, where Cookeville was not.
Absolutely. Well, Sam, we appreciate you. This is your first time ever to be a part of Stork Vision. You actually got to see a little troubleshooting there at the beginning of the game. We had a snafu. We got the audio worked out. You saw us feverishly working.
I appreciate the honor. It was a blast to see it all in action.
Most of all, we appreciate our sponsor, and that's John Jones Real Estate. If you're in the market for a home and you're looking to come to a great place to live, we are growing at 6,000 people per year in Murfreesboro in Rutherford County. That is no joke. At 6,000 people per year in Rutherford County, other known as the borough. So if you would like to move down to where we are and watch a little great high school football, great community, a lot of great athletes have come out of there. Sonny Gray, who played down in Smyrna, David Price, who went to Blackman High School, and the list goes on. Other than that, my name is Stuart Montgomery. I am your play-by-play guy. Once again, Anthony Fiorello is my color man. The guy that ran all the scores tonight, well, he's my brother and also runs that website. That's Sam Montgomery. The lady that kept you all informed better than we ever could, she is the master. That's Judy the Beauty. She's the best in the business. Tom Krager, well, he was himself, just like he's always is, back at the Tennessean, doing literally nothing. We appreciate you for watching the broadcast, and we will see you next week at the Inferno as the Blackman Blaze and the Blackman Blaze and the Riverdale Warriors will face off for the Game 10. We'll see you at Tomahawk Stadium